People, Deluded, I'm back again. Good morning, and I hope you're all well and safe. Now, we ain't done Deluded thoughts for a minute. In fact, I'm a liar because I have a couple of them uploaded on YouTube. I just haven't released them yet. Apologies, people. As you can see, it's early. All of this set isn't actually in place. In relation to today, I was having this debate with friends, and I don't know if it's laws of attraction or just one of those things, but I've seen a lot of people debating it on Twitter in relation to support from friends. Now, obviously, I create content, so that's going to be the focus of this, but it doesn't mean it could be a lot of things, whether that's financial support into a business, those of you that have the means, moral support, all of these sort of things. But let's not really focus on the mental health aspect. Let's focus on someone trying to better their life, whether they're creating something, trying to start something. Do you get where I'm going? I'm sure you do. Now, I don't know where I sit on this, people, because support is a weird one. It depends on how you look at it. Obviously, you get a weird ones, like looking at my Deluded stuff. There was a lot of people I considered friends or man them or whatever that, I don't have to beg nobody for nothing, but for want of a better word, I had to beg, like, oh, bro, retweet this, please, in this, then that. Couple of times they'll do it. Couple of times you're acting like it's a chore, and some people just air it. And obviously, at first, that used to get to man. Not that I need you or anything. It's just because I'm the sort of person that, if you're doing something and you're my guy, or whether you're a guy or girl, if I know you and I believe in you, even if I don't necessarily believe in your thing, I'll support it because, you've got the sheer fact that you have a goal. I'm not going to lie, I won't support it if I can see you're not passionate about it, because it's not going to end well. But, if I can see you're genuinely passionate about something and you're trying to do something, and just for the sake of you have a goal and you've got something to occupy you, I'll support it because that's how I am. But I had to learn, just because you do that, you can't expect other people to do that. So I stopped getting angry at that sort of stuff, because it's like anything. Just because I choose to do things doesn't mean I should have it done to me, innit? I'm choosing to do that. And if I was doing that so they could support my thing eventually, this is before Deluded even started, is it necessarily sincere? I had to ask myself these questions, people. There's many different ways to look at this, people. There are some people genuinely, and these are the first ones I want to speak about, is them sort of people that act like you're doing them a favor. You're doing them a favor. Well, you are, but it's like it's like they're celebs and stuff. It's like they're begging. You ask them, you air it. You ask them again, can they post it or whatever? They'll air it, and it's indirectly telling you what they think of you in it. So you've got them. You have to remove yourself from them. I believe more so your friends, but you've got people who, let's say I make football content, yeah? I might have a friend who doesn't make anything ever to do with it, but people still compete with you, innit? They're still competing. That's why they might say you're your friends and whatever, but they're competing with you, even if you're not in the same line, because they want to, rather than run your own race, focus on yourself and get motivated off of people. Human nature, they see it as competition. Oh, we're from the same place, we're same age, I don't want you to make it, sort of thing. Or you're not going to bring me, so I'm not going to help you, sort of thing. Do you get it, for people? There's people like that. You've got people, and like I said with the first example, more time with friends that were, you had to beg them to retweet. They're the first ones that are gonna bread you. Like, no disrespect, but you know what? I have to say it. Pardon my language. Suck your mum to everybody. Half people. Once again, suck your mum, because there were some people I had to beg, and when I started getting somewhere through just putting in hard work and seeing a vision before people could see it. People are there, even though I'm nowhere really in YouTube. Obviously, we've got little 20,000 subscribers. Thank you very much, and dramatically better than where I've started. But it's all this my bro or my guy, man. Like, shut up with all of that. Some people support you just because it becomes cool. Because some of your friends will say well done and all these things just because they don't want it to be obvious that they're hating because your other friends are supporting. Some people just want to support because it's the in thing. Do you get it? And by the same time, I had to ask myself, one, it'd be lovely. Like, I'm not going to sit and badmouth my man them, innit? Because you see them on my show. All the guys you see me bring on the little Zoom call, they've supported it from day. They're a big reason. Not just them, but close friends, relatives, affiliates, them. A lot of the reason why I kept going is because I was actually shocked by how many people felt what I was doing, sort of thing. I'm talking the early days, like 2-3 videos in. People like, because everybody's known I've loved to talk about football. Like, I've always been the guy of all my friends that really loves football and stuff. So they were taken aback by it, and it's really that support that made me think, yo, there might be something in here, let me keep going. Because I wasn't shook, but I had the thought of, why are you putting yourself on YouTube? YouTube is a funny man thing. Obviously, YouTube is cool nowadays, and it applies to me, but let me say, go back to 011, 010, 09. If you ask me about YouTube, I'll be like, you're bugging out. Like, that's a waste man thing. Only idiots are there. Because I only used to see people on YouTube that, for me anyways, that was on the comedian thing. Like, a man might just walk past and a bucket of water gets thrown in, or he might go up to a policeman and say he's got a bomb attached to him. Them sort of comedy things there. It was that. So I was taken aback by it. But at the same time, I had to ask myself, one, if you're constantly looking for validation or support, obviously you need people to feel your product or whatever it did. But if you're constantly looking to your friends to support, are you secure in yourself? Are you secure in your own product? Do you really want it bad enough? Cause me, I want to get somewhere in football with this YouTube stuff bad enough. Like, I don't need my girl, I don't need my mother, father, my language, I don't need my friends, I don't need you lot, no disrespect, I don't need no one to keep me motivated. Cause I see the end goal. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, I don't know when I'm gonna do it, I don't know if I'm gonna do it. But you know, come when this earth ends or when my time is done, I'm gonna give every fucking fibre to get there, innit? I don't need no one to keep me motivated. Of course it's lovely for support, it's lovely for good messages. It'd be lovely if the man them support, but if you constantly need them to support yourself, are you secure in your validation? And by the same token of it, and it's the harsh reality, we don't all want to, no one wants to hear their content is crap or whatever. I don't, but I learn from this. There's people that think I'm shit, I can't live with that. I learn from it, you know. I'm not talking about the abuse, but you know, if it's not their cup of tea, why isn't it? Is there anything I can add to potentially, I might have missed him, but get the next one? Do you get it, people? If you have to be uncomfortable that your content just might be shit and your friends just think it's shit, like rightly or wrongly. Now, if they think it's shit and they do that and you get somewhere, by all means, you know, let your nuts hang, throw it in their faces and say, yo, listen, you said it was crap, blah, blah, blah. But you shouldn't begrudge them, because I'm pretty sure you've listened to musicians or you've had musicians that you thought were crap people, right? And suddenly you're feeling them. The same goes for content. Obviously, like, if my friends don't think my content's good, then I don't want them to push it, because they're not doing it sincerely, innit? And you know, you're putting someone under duress, basically, forcing them. I don't want that. So I think you have to, you know, if your content is crap or they don't feel it, I think you need to ask them why and things, because you can learn from that. When you make content, you need to leave your ego at the door. Of course, initially, if you say, DG, your shit is, like my man them that I've grown up with said is crap, it will hurt, of course, but I ask them why. Like, why do you think that? Is there anything I can change? I say nothing. If I blow, you know, no hard feelings. I learned from this sort of thing. But you just have to come to grips that your thing might be dead. It just might be dead. No one's feeling it. They don't feel it, and they can't support you. It's just what it is, people. It really is. You shouldn't sit there and be pressed over who is promoting your content, who is this and that. Because I could do that. You know, all the platforms you see me on, all the people you see me with, like, no, I don't want nothing from no one. They're not busting, man. You know, when they're doing these collabs and stuff, they're not busting, man. You know, they're not retweeting my thing, because why? Secretly, people are in competition, or people might not believe in you. But it's all right, people. You need to wait for things to happen organically. And when your friends aren't supporting, for me, that's when I went harder. That's when you should go harder, people, because that's when you're going to see, you know, strangers start to feel your stuff. And I do think some people don't support you. Don't get twisted. Some people just don't support you because they can't comprehend that you're from the same place as them. You look the same as them. You come from the same dirt that they come from, sort of thing. And you're getting out, or you're doing stuff. And rather than get gassed and motivated like you should, some people are just bitter in it. Some people just look for things to hate on. Some people hate until things become popular. Do you know how many people in my school used to think A$AP Rocky was dead? By what? I'd say year 8 is when I first started hearing about him, or year 7. By the end of year 11, everybody's feeling him. Do you get it? I remember when people used to think JME was dead, the rapper. Now everybody's breading. Do you get it? Like, it happens, people. You have to learn. You shouldn't be pressed. And what I learned is the marketplace decides. You learn harsh lessons. The marketplace decides if your content is good. I don't necessarily think, obviously, I would love millions of views, thousands of views, because that's what I need more than anything, traction and volume now. But that doesn't, just because a video has, with certain people, has got 50k and mine's got a couple hundred, it don't mean they're talking more sense than me. Do you get it? But you've got to think, without speaking about the YouTube algorithm, the marketplace decides. There's been plenty of videos I put time and effort in, and I thought it was going to do better than it did, and it didn't. What lesson can I learn from that? There's been videos I think were crap, or I'm not getting my point across, or I think I really struggled to articulating myself in the best way. I'm getting positive feedback. So the marketplace decides ultimately. You've got to ask yourself, are you actually good at what you can't be, quote unquote, you can't be deluded. You need to ask yourself, are you good at this? And I ask myself that all the time, and I've told myself no plenty of times, but then I've told myself yes. Reasons are yes. Because I'm prepared to give my life to get to this goal. Like, I want it badly, so nobody can stop me. Whether, you know, it will take time. It's already cost me financially. It's going to cost me financially. It's going to cost me mentally. It's going to cost me physically. You've just got to see that end goal. You've got to. you've got to see where you are before, you know, some of the most innovative and famous people had to start somewhere, people, and we're nobodies. You've got to see that vision ahead of other people, and most people don't see, like, people like even you lot don't see my vision. Like, you lot don't see, you might support it, but you don't see my vision. You might not think I can fly as high as you think. People, and I do it to other people, they place expectations on where you can grow and stuff, and they have an issue with it. So you've got to see your vision, you've got to see the plan before everybody, because nobody's going to believe in your thing more than you, because all these people you're asking for support, they all got their own lives to live, people. You've got, and what I've realised is, you want it to happen organically. You want people to be inclined to retweet, to support and things. Not by faking it, but by being you. That's what I do. I just be myself. Obviously, I'm a very humble person. I show a lot of gratitude. I don't just say these things for the sake of it. It genuinely makes my heart warm that you lot support and you know, comment and say these things. And especially when, don't get it twisted, all over UK, big up yourself. But for me especially, it's been, in a positive way, difficult to comprehend that people are supporting and watching, you know, in Jamaica, Barbados, Nigeria, Kenya, Serbia, Dubai. If I've said you missed out your country, don't feel any sort of way, all over the world. I've had to think, why are they inclined? What makes them inclined to click on my thing? What gives them the buzz when they see DG's video? You know, what keeps them there? What do they want to go for? Do you get it? And that's not by, I'm not saying push the boundaries unnecessarily, but that's by reinventing yourself, thinking about what you're doing and asking yourself, have you got a genuine passion? And I'd say, to ask myself this, I said, if it was all said and done, would I still be talking about football? And the answer is yes, because way before this, I used to be in the, if you lot knew half of it, man. I actually had a YouTube channel in school, but I just never uploaded anything on it. And I remember, like, we used to do little, like, this is when I wasn't getting kicked out of school, when I was actually behaving, when we weren't fighting, when things weren't happening. But we used to record little videos on Sony Ericssons and what's the other phone? Blackberries and them little things in little rooms and stuff, and make believe that we're pundits and stuff, and we just talk about football and record it. Obviously it wasn't structured and stuff, and it never went out, and it actually wasn't for YouTube. I'm just saying separately, I had a YouTube channel for no reason, but maybe subconsciously these things were being placed in my head. Do you get it? I'd say when your friends aren't supporting you, that's when you should go harder, because not think about why, but you should go harder, because, you know, your friend should be telling you, yo, I saw you on your thing. You shouldn't have to introduce yourself. Do you get it? That's like me to a degree. My friends, they all say, oh, deluded, I don't have to do any of that. Do you get it? And that's not in a cocky way. That's just because they know I love this stuff, and I'll give my life for it. That's genuinely. I might not have the subscribers, the success what other people have, but what I do think, I don't think nobody matches me in this YouTube thing for desire, for pure desire. I know hard work don't mean nothing really. You got to work smart and reinvent yourself. But I don't think no one's got more desire than me. I don't think no one's as tenacious as me. I don't think no one's as sincere as me, honestly. Because especially, like, I don't even talk too tough, but being around them, I don't think, you know, they'll give their life for this stuff. Like, it's a game, you know. You should always have fun with YouTube and stuff, but to me personally, this ain't a game. Like, this ain't a game. Like, even that's why I have problems sitting in rooms with some people, because this ain't a game. Like, it's this or that. I ain't got no other options. Some people have options, so, you know, I don't need my friends to tell me this. I know if I don't get somewhere specifically within football and use this YouTube as a vehicle, then what the fuck is my life gonna be? Do you get it? I'm 25, I'm still young in that, but I don't have any other passions, I don't have any other skills, I ain't no doctor or no lawyer and things, so I don't need my friends to gas me. I'm fighting for my life. Literally fighting for my life. That's what I'm on. So you shouldn't need your friends to support you and things. Of course you want them to. Of course we all want them to support and stuff. And by all means, if they don't support and you get somewhere and they were always hating from the start, let them know about that. But I used to feel some sort of way, but you've got to, you know, if you're trying to seek validation and support by others, I think you just got to ask yourself, is your support really, is it really that good? Listen, if you constantly feel if you allow yourself to be dictated by your close circle, who's supporting and not, then you don't want it bad enough for me. And I also believe that you need to ask yourself, are you good enough? Because think about it, if you're a rapper, don't get it twisted, I'm pretty sure every rapper was probably called whack at one point and stuff, but if you're a rapper now, you've made your tune, you're sending it to your friends, they're saying, support it, bro, you're sending them to send a video to put it on Snapchat or whatever, they're moving half-hearted, yeah? You've got to ask yourself, am I a good rapper? Because if the tune was banging, man, like, without talking about bad mind and people that are just not sincere, most people say, you know what, let me share up the thing, let me like it, let me Snapchat, bopping around and dancing to it sort of thing, people. Like, and I think you have to realize nobody sees your vision as big as you. Even though even people that help you and people that are sincere, they don't see how far you can go, and that's why you can't set limitations on yourself, people. I always set limitations on myself, but I had to realize, nah, you have to stop doing that. Like, you know, if you don't know how far you can go. People are not going to see. You have to see, because you're the only one that can see the vision. You're the only one that needs to keep going. You can't. Other people are not going to see it, or if they do, they're seeing it part time. Cause they might support you, and obviously. I appreciate the fact that you lot watch me and take times out of your life from your own missions to watch me. But you know, if they're taking time out of their mission, they've got to go back to that. They're not gonna. They're thinking about their own life. They're trying to establish themselves in their own way. They're part of your mission. You're full time, 10 toes down. You get out what you put in. You know, you have to really, and you have to work smart. You have to double down on things, people, really and truly. So I'm on the fence, people. On one hand, I'd love support from everybody. I'm sure you all would as well. But at the same time, I don't expect the same, and it doesn't really mean anything. And you will suss it out. You will suss out, because there's people that don't want you to get anywhere, so they won't support. People that are subconsciously in competition with you. People that just don't like you. People that are bad mind. People that are sincere. People that just don't think your content's good. And you need to have that honest conversation. Like, if I'm a comedian, you don't think I'm funny, of course that's going to hurt me. But you got to think, why am I funny? You know, take some feedback. What sort of jokes do you like? I'm not saying bend yourself, not a funny man thing, but bend the way you are to everything. But you get it. You've got to really look at yourself and think, yo, well, I'll go on for this. Can I do anything differently, sort of thing? That's just what I believe anyways, but it is what it is in that regards, man. So I believe support is necessary, and you know, I always support, but at the same time I don't expect it, and it shouldn't make a difference, people. Obviously all it takes in this day and age is one retweet, the right person to see it, and you can blow and things like that. But I don't think anybody should expect anything in life from anybody. Anything's a bonus. Like, I don't expect you lot to take my stuff in, and that's why I'm appreciative of it. And I think another reason why you shouldn't take support on board is because really people are fickle. Like, in my comments, I don't like to react to my comments all the time, but there was a guy who I typed in it. He was like, oh, DG, this is why you'll never work in, I think it's Holodonkey or something. This is why you'll never never mind the fact that I can just tell the post is ignorant. He's clearly not listening to what I've said. But he said, oh, DG, this is why you won't do this and that, this and that. And, you know, that's one thing that annoys me off topic, when people just don't stick to what I said. But I read it and I thought, all right, cool, you're right. And I was like, you know, I'm sure I've seen, because YouTube shows me who's a subscriber in it, and it says he's been a subscriber for 2 years. I'm like, I'm sure this guy's been licking my ass for 2 years. And what am I finding? Conflicting statements. Oh, you know, you're the next up. You deserve to be working in football. And this shows you opinions are fickle. Like, I love you guys, but I can't take your opinions on board beyond just showing thanks, because like in life, and I do it, you can turn, you can flick on things. How many of you like one food one week and don't feel it the next? People can change. So you can't really take opinions on board. You just need to see the end goal. The only opinion that should matter is yours. Like, the only opinion that genuinely matters in my life is mine. Is mine and my mother's. And my mother's is for a different reason. My mum's always raised me to be conscious, to be a stand-up person, to stand up for what's right, to not do wrong. And I've always asked, and that's why you always hear me, you know, speak about conscience. Like, if I could look myself honest in the mirror every day and say, you know what, I'm still me. I'm not changing beyond necessary change. I'm not, you know, cooning or acting a certain way or behaving moralist to get to the end goal. As long as I can do that, and my mum's opinion of myself don't change, then I don't give a crap what people think, really and truly. Right or wrong, don't get it twisted. I love you guys and whatnot, but you lot can feel me today, feel me tomorrow, not like me tomorrow. Subscribe one week, non-subscribe the other. So, you know, you can't take opinions on board, and you shouldn't need your friends to consistently support you. You should be motivated enough to do that and think, you know what, whether one person retweets this or a million people retweet this, same energy. But that's just what I feel, man. And really, I've been here too long, so I'm going to keep it moving. People, it's always a pleasure. DG.